Hey, what is up, guys? Jake, getting back in some Fruit of Grisaia. We are in... We're just here. I don't really know. We're talking about Sakaki. It's probably thrilling. Oh, wow. I mean, she does know how to speak to humans. She's really nailed it here. This is exactly how us humans converse. Aww. She is like a broken down truck. I've always said that about her. That's so sweet. Yeah, I expect you to get carried away with that fairly regularly. Probably resulting in a lot of nasty glares from Sakaki. I mean, only like every day, right? Like, probably. It's probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it. So who does Sakaki spend the most time with, then? How is that tricky? The answer was just not you, right? Leeching off Amane. I mean, that's not a very charitable way to describe it, but it's probably accurate. So you probably do. Sachi? That's a different person. That's you. Dude, you could just don't be everyone's servant. Wipe that smile off your face. Get mad. Ooh, be angry. Think for yourself. Don't be a sheeple. She's your personal maid that you share with everyone else. What? Are you younger? Older? Makina's a popular one. Oof, Makina. Be nice. What the fuck? She's so mean. Look, you're gonna make her cry. She's just assumed that she can't handle this direct confrontation. Sachi. That was so mean. Sachi's out. Everyone's out for blood. I like her. I think she's fun. And her hair's cute or something. There are websites for that. Just tell everyone that you have friends in Canada. They'll never check that. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but now that you've said it out loud, it's more like you'd be more annoying if we didn't talk to you. Do you understand? Not to worry, Michiru. You can always make friends inside your head. They'll never reject you. Okay, Michiru, you've ruined the joke by taking it too seriously. Michiru's reaction to my attempt at a joke isn't quite what I expected. She's staring wide-eyed at me, waiting on tenterhooks for more details. Take a deep breath and politely begin to explain. Well, the most common term would be imaginary friend. It's a fictional companion that lives solely in your imagination. Pretty typical in childhood. Some people only make one, some people dream up a whole cast. Others buy visual novels and pretend like those are their friends, so you'll never leave me, right? Although they'll usually drop the idea as they grow up, I've heard some people keep their imaginary friends even around in adulthood. It's like a real friend, but not. Although Michiru listened carefully to my every word, it doesn't seem to have been what she was looking for. Her shoulders sag in disappointment. Hey, you're a fantasy for kids, basically. Boom! How you like that? I guess some people have long conversations with their dolls or stuffed animals instead. No, she's very grounded. Or something. Wow, let's hear the kapow, let's hear it. That's not how you say kapow, but fine, I'll take it. Oh, that effect! So what's reality the way you see it? Yeah, no, that's a pretty deep philosophical question. You can't just drop that on her. Look at her, she's not that smart. She hasn't thought about philosophy. She probably doesn't even know how to say philosophy. Michiru folds her arms and closes her eyes. Just imagine it, okay? After a long moment of thought, she stands up straight and delivers her answer. Well, it's hard to find fault in that answer. And judging from her dramatic delivery, Michiru must have thought that was a really impressive line. I mean, she's right. Sadly, her audience is less than responsive. There's a moment of awkward silence. Oh, Makina, you always know exactly what to say, and to deliver a subtle dig right into her heart, you know? Really sap her of her will to live. That's great.
みちるには難しい質問だったかもしれないわね。みちる様、 わからないときはわからないと言ってくださいね。
Yeah, see, if I know you're not gonna give an interesting answer, I won't even bother asking. It's a good system.
ちゃんと頭数から外していただけるはずです。
Sachi is so mean! Look at this! She just came here to have a good time, and you are just going in on this poor
ちょ
woman.
っとなんでみんなして人のことちょっとかわいそうな子扱いするのよ。
Borderline metaphysical. It was
むしろ哲学
just
的でさえ
physical,
あるじゃ
really.
ない
Just regular physical. Can you define metaphysical?
当たり前よ。教えなさい。
What?
開き直るスピードがより速くなった。
That was incredible. You've disappointed me. I'm making a note not to expect anything from you in the future. Not that I had been previously, but I clearly need to lower my forecasts even further. From this moment forward, I'll be formally handling you as an authentic, officially certified idiot.
もうそうやってまた私のことバカにする。バカじゃないんだからね。そういうの禁止。ドンストップ。
Wait, what? What is this? I don't understand what just
ひとまず
happened.
ミスドンストップは置いとくのよさ。
Yeah, what the fuck just happened?
放置プレートはマキナも成長したものね。
I feel like I'm missing lines. What the fuck is
プレー
happening
じゃない
now?
のよ。本気で放置よ。
You're talking to her right now. You're doing a very bad job.
ドンストップ。
What does that mean?
では話を変え
Great.
て
Thank you, Amane, for
君
pulling
の
that
お友
back
達
from
っ
the
て
brink.
あんまり想像できないけど
Weapons and
子供の頃とかもそうだ
soldiers.
ったの？
The death of my enemies or something. As a kid, my friends, oh. The words bring to mind a young girl I met under some very unusual circumstances. Our relationship was basically about keeping each other alive, but I guess you could have called it a sort of friendship. Then again, after a while, she disappeared from that place, and I was left to fend for myself again. Tricky question. I'm not the most socially gifted person around. Understatement of the year, Yuge, we know.
そう多少気難しいとこもあるけどちゃんとしてるじゃない。これからどんな友
Yuji
達
doesn't
が
need
欲しいとかない
friends.
の？
The shadows on his back are enough. I'm drawing a blank on the concept of friends. It's like the TV show, so I decided to mentally substitute the term buddies. That's the same word twice. I think I can provide more concrete answers about the teammates I've known on the field. Buddies doesn't strictly relate to people you work with, but that's fine. Well, I'll pass on anyone who holds me back. The useless ones don't have any right to complain if they end up getting shot in the back. I shoot my friends, is what I'm getting
後
at.
から撃たれるってどんな状況下での友達を想定してるのよ。
A murder one, apparently. Just a figure of speech. I thought we were ignoring her. Huge. Traitor. Nobody's actually gonna shoot an ally. But you should try to learn who you can count on to watch your back and who you can't expect anything from. And how you should deal with the latter.
頭数には入れ
I know, it's a touchy subject. We're all working on it. Not, well, most of us are anyways. Anyway, I like the people who are easy to work with. I guess that's really the only thing I'm looking for, to be honest. As long as they don't get in my way, I'm not gonna complain.
現実的なのね。友達っていうよりは仕事
That's
仲間み
because
たい。
that's what Yuji was talking about. He's not very interesting. Maybe. Sometimes I think tools make better partners than human beings. What I'm trying to say is you're a huge tool. They have a clear purpose, you know? Makes them a lot simpler to deal with.
ユージ、人を道具扱いするのは良くないと思うよ。
She's right. That's mean. I didn't mean to imply that. You explicitly just said that, but that's fine. I'm just saying tools tend to be reliable. Once you've used a piece of machinery enough, it practically becomes a part of you, until it breaks. A simple extension of your body that does what you need, until it breaks. The more affection you give a tool, the more smoothly it operates. A tool won't betray you, not often at least.
何の話だかわからなくなって
Yeah, that's because he's talking about
きたのよ
tools. Like the band, you know? Sorry, got a bit off track there. To put it more simply, I don't think I've ever really had something you could call a best friend.
そうなのよね。友達と親友ってまた違うから、そうなると難しいわよね。
The way you guys are saying this sounds really sad. Everyone has best friends. That's just like a thing. Even if you have one friend, by process of elimination, they're your best friend. You know what I'm saying?
そうですね。私は皆様のお役
See,
に立ち
she's
た
like
い
a
し
tool. She's my best friend. I've just decided. Sachi, best friend. We've been discussing friendship for a while now. Not that the concept has gotten any clearer for me, but at this point I realize one person has stopped participating in the conversation. A certain bottle blonde has slowly taken her distance from the group and our friendly chat, her face growing increasingly gloomy. Her usual energy's vanished. I wonder if something's wrong. You realize that we were actively, aggressively mean to her for like 10 minutes like a second ago, right? You were there, you remember. We called her incompetent and suggested she had no friends. See, we've upset her. I can see beads of sweat forming on her forehead. Maybe her stomach's upset. Huh. As she demonstrated just a few minutes ago, the girl isn't the sharpest tool in the shed. You see, again, this is why she doesn't want to talk to us. As she is an idiot, it wouldn't be surprising if she ate food off the ground and found herself in intestinal distress. Yes, I can easily imagine the girl stuffing her cheeks with unidentified berries she found on some bush. And now we're very close to her. I take a good, careful look at Michiru. Indeed. This is the face of someone who'd go scavenging in trash cans once she got a little hungry. No, my mistake. She probably doesn't even have to be hungry first. I can picture her plucking some tasty-looking, colorful mushroom off the ground and chowing down without a second thought. The mentally feeble are such a handful. I'm just pitying you. She's so pretty, but so dumb. Perhaps she wandered down to the beach, spotted a crab, chased after it while drooling, then found herself under an attack from a jealous macaque, coveting the same prize. That's the type of bird, I think? I don't know. I'm not a birdologist. Does this woman have no sense whatsoever when it comes to her hunting and gathering? Just entering a wild monkey's territory is dangerous. Macaque, I guess, is a type of monkey. Great. What kind of fool goes so far as to try to steal their prey? Come to think of it, crab-eating macaques don't even live in Japan. Did this girl wander all the way to Southeast Asia in search of something tasty to stick in her craw? This is just too much. I have to say something. Stop eating crabs! I abruptly jump up off the soldier and drop my hands to Michiru's shoulders. Everyone flinches in surprise, but I pay no mind to their stares. I keep my gaze firmly focused on Michiru as I speak. It's amoebic dysentery, I'm sure of it! I've cracked this case wide open. Maybe it's lupus, I don't know. Don't worry, I have some experience with this. You were bitten by a crab-eating macaque? Macaque? You were bitten by macaque, right? Yeah, no, you've nailed it. Try to learn from this experience. Stop scavenging for food for the time being. Don't get me wrong, I'm not criticizing you for the thought. Why? Our conversations always go like this. We just randomly switch it. After all, procuring food from your environment is the most crucial and fundamental of survival skills. I'm very proud of you for trying, okay? I know, you're not used to people being proud of you, but it's okay. There's a first time for everything, and I'm proud of you. That said, your particular actions in this case were mistaken. You acted rashly out of ignorance, but there's nothing to be ashamed of. I'll make sure this doesn't happen again, and... I sharply turned to face the rest of the group and raised my voice to a harsh shout. Let me just warn the rest of you right now! You don't have to look down on Michiru just because she caught amoebic dysentery. This could happen to any one of you when you eat crabs that belong to monkeys. We're gonna learn from this mistake. You're all gonna know what plants are edible and which are poisonous, and how to avoid savage monkeys. I don't want you crying to me for help when the Japanese islands are covered in jungle. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna be covered in water. Global warming. Thanks, fam.
No.
I don't know. I've lost the thread. Alright then, first things first. I will be accompanying Michiru for the moment. Come on, we're going to the bathroom. I need to take a look to confirm my diagnosis. Look, Michiru, you don't have to play dumb. I know you stole a monkey's crab and now you have horrific diarrhea. Huh? You were scavenging for food, right? Hence the infection. No. Here's the weird thing. I'm pretty sure you're mistaken. You were scavenging for food. We were all there. Then what's with the sweating? Your face is pasty and you got nasty beads of perspiration on your forehead. Please don't call a girl sweat nasty. That's a bad look. You sure don't look healthy to me. Moni, watching Michiru and me with concern, enters the conversation. Please save me. No, she's got dysentery. I just said so. Not in the least. She's suffering from brutal diarrhea. You don't have to play coy, Michiru. I just said it out loud. Now we all know. No, diarrhea, Amane. Pay attention. She doesn't want to talk about it. I get it. A woman never poops or has horrific diarrhea. But it's fine. Even if you don't have dysentery, we need to properly identify the problem. Whatever infectious disease you've caught, we'll need to take the appropriate countermeasures. You understand? She's pregnant. I'm close. What if we all decide it's her tum-tum? It could be her anything, really. Not necessary, Sachi. There's a possibility she's still infectious. I probably have more experience dealing with this sort of thing than you. That's why she didn't say, let me take care of you. She said, let me take you to a medical professional.
それではよろしくお願いします。
You accepted that way too fast. I'm gonna kill her. I'm not a doctor. I'm gonna have her dead in a second. Come on, let's go!
だから大ごとにしないでよね。
Why don't you just explain to everyone why you're being so persnickety, though? You know? You even made the music change. That's how weird you're being right now. Listen, maggot! How many times do I have to tell you not to make light of dysentery? The small things are what get you. You change your socks regularly when you're in Vietnam. You always treat diarrhea with the proper respect.
そうじゃないって言ってるでしょ。
Look, I'm just saying we can't rule it out. Other options. Lycanthropy. That's it. Those are the only two, actually. Huh. You're awfully stubborn. But anyway, this illness sure came out of nowhere. You looked fine till we started talking about best friends or whatever it was. Oh, it's gonna be sad in a second. Oh, we've killed her. Michiru's face fills with pain. She clutches a hand to her chest, and the next moment, she's leaning heavily against the wall as if to keep herself from falling to the ground. What's wrong? Are you in pain?
ちょっと休ませて。
Her best friend is dead, or she doesn't have best friends, or she doesn't believe in friends, or something. Wait, is it your chest rather than your stomach?
ねえユージ、お願い。
Oh, she's like sad.
こういうことにはなれ
That's not fun. That's not a fun video game. Normally chest pain is something we should be responding to immediately, but it seems this is a familiar occurrence for Michiru. She has the most information, so for the moment I'll have to trust her judgment. That's a scary thought. All right, if you say so, but don't overdo it. If it feels worse than usual, you let me know right away.
わかったわよ。あんたに心配なんてしてもらいたくないんだからね。
Yeah, she's Tsundere. She's still in character. Good job. You've got guts, young Tsundere. Dear Lord, we've killed her. Oh, and then she died. Thumbing herself lightly on the back, Michiru slowly settles her ragged breathing down. In time, the beads of sweat on her forehead disappear and the expression of pain on her face fades away. Oh, I see. I tend not to trust sick people when they say I'll be fine as a general rule, but I guess sometimes the person in question does know best, even when they're an idiot who doesn't know best.
言ったでしょ。ちょっとした貧血よ、貧血。あんたは気にしなくていい
A
の。
little anemia? Oh yeah, it doesn't sound like anything serious. I don't think anemia typically causes chest pain.
私の場合は感じるの。だから、もし今後
Okay, so
こういう
first
こと
of all,
があっても
don't fucking tell me what to do.
軽くスルーし
Second of
な
all,
さいよね。
don't you fucking tell me what to do!
それと、あんまりこういう
You realize
姿を
literally
あなた
everyone
に見せ
except
た
one
くない
person
わ
was there when this happened, right? So they're aware. They were there, you know? If you've got a chronic illness, I think it'd be best if the people around you knew enough to react properly in an emergency. But if you're opposed to the idea, we can just let you die. I mean, write a memo and stick it to your forehead.
もう、私が黙ってなさい
We could get it tattooed, that way she can't take it off. That's smart. Huh, if you insist.
それならよし。じゃあ戻るわよ。
Great, so why'd we walk over here? Are we seriously going back to the lobby? Wow, what a waste of a
ミチ
fucking
ル様
scene.
のお帰りよ。さっきのはただの貧血。
I've never heard anyone be so happy about anemia in my entire life, but you know, whatever.
あれ、もう戻ってきたの？
Oh, look, everyone's happy. You're all friends, and this is the best.
当たり前じゃない。私を誰だと思ってるの？
King, not
ツンデレキング
queen?
ミチル様よ。
Tsundere king, as you say.
一時はどうなることかと。
Oh, look, everyone was worried about you,
サ
Michi.
チ、そんなこと言ってる暇があったらお水持ってきてちょうだい。喉が渇いた。
Wow, she really is hamming it up right now. Of course, this is
は
Sachi, so she'll probably get it for her.
い、ただいまお持ちいたします。
Wow, how sweet. Oh, wow, she really morphed right there. Wow, fucking hell.
元気になったみたいね。もともとちょっと貧血だっただけよ。レバーを食せば問題なす。
Oh, she's sad because she doesn't have any friends and she's gotta put up an act because nobody's ever been close to her.
そんなに盛り
So
上が
it's
るよう
easier
な
to put up an
話
act rather than have people actually get to know the real her. I get it. It's like it's a thing. It's gonna come up later. It'll be really sad. Everyone will cry. You know what I mean? And Michiru will probably yell more.
これだけ元気なら心配しなくても大丈
Yep,
夫そ
do
う
you
ね。
see? It's called defense mechanism. It's very effective. Once women get started with idle gossip in earnest, it won't end anytime soon. Huh, women, am I right? In accordance with that rule, the group's conversation stretches on endlessly. Finding a good moment, I slip away silently. Oh, and apparently we escape outside. When I leave the dorm, I bump into Sakaki, a non-participant in the ongoing girl talk. I know she's not the most sociable type, but even so, she's known the others longer than I have. She might have some sort of answer for me. Hey, Sakaki! Just now, Michiru got sick out of nowhere. Oh, don't worry, it didn't turn out to be anything serious. It seemed like she was actually totally used to it. Have you seen something like that happen to her before? That does sound like her, especially the part about her jumping. She's always jumping. Huh, which would mean she's trying to hide it. Yeah, she's got cancer AIDS? No, I don't think so. Sorry for the weird question all of a sudden. Bye! This has been a great talk. Bye-bye. Incidentally, Sakaki, please don't mention what I said to anyone else. Seems Michiru doesn't want people worrying about her. She's a liar. She already told everyone. She's live blogging this right now. Thanks! I'll see you later. Relationships are difficult things. Oh, wise words, huge. Too often we hide ourselves out of consideration for others and dress up ugly reality with happy lies. Keep it up long enough and the truth is left irreparably tangled with fiction. Everyone understands that the ideal relationship is based on straightforward honesty, but that straightforward road feels as circuitous as a maze you take on the first step. Once you take the first step, whatever, words. Our hearts are hidden from each other regardless of our intentions. That's basically what I said earlier. As we stumble through the twists and turns of life, the most we can do is pray we won't lose our way in the one maze we ourselves have created. But I think that might actually be the most difficult thing of all. If we could manage that much, every path would lie open to us. Yuji's so wise. I hope everyone wrote that down. There's gonna be a quiz later. Anyways, here's the sky. And here's more of it. Look at it. Enjoy it. Look at this lens flare. It's so authentic. It's like you're really there. It's very difficult to use your time effectively. And look at that. The wise words are suddenly over to learn about time management. In particular, when you're in a profession like mine, you know, being a student, your holidays tend to be irregular and come with many restrictions on how you can spend them. It's hard to make plans ahead of time. When you do, they'll be spoiled as often as not. As a result, I tend to use my free days to catch up on sleep, get in extra exercise, and read books. Like a nerd. Things I can do without the need for any advanced planning or prep. The major side effect is I've never been able to form much in the way of a hobby or interest to enliven my usual routine. My schedule may have changed once I entered the school, but my mildly pathetic recreational habits remain much the same. Mildly pathetic. Look at that. He's making progress. At least he acknowledges that he's a little sad. He's a little embarrassing to be seen with. Okay, so first of all, rude. I'm working through a calisthenics routine in the dorm lobby. Mone's providing helpful commentary. Oh, was she talking about Makina? Or is Makina also mocking me? It's hard to tell with her. Look, the stage whispers and dramatic sighs are starting to get on my nerves. How about you just come over here and tell me off to my face? Yeah, I think I'm gonna puke too. Unrelated, probably. I take it back. Do me a favor and stick to sniping around behind my back. This is more infuriating than I'd expected. Oh, so close. Okay, look you. We're dating or you're my big sister or some such weird nonsense. And you have to be nice to me. Those are the rules. Money squats down to me as she speaks, her face full of pity. Give me a break! It's better than sitting around doing nothing at all, don't you think? No, not really. Yeah, you know what, she's right. Let's go back to her room and jerk off like a regular teenager, you know what I'm saying? This woman can be such a pain in the ass at times. Bring my calisthenics to a halt for the moment. I'd stand up and face Amane. Alright then, as you're clearly a professional woman of leisure, Miss Amane. Oh, that's funny, we called her a whore. Please teach me exactly how to make delightful use of my Saturdays. I'm all ears. Very simple question, Amane. How do you spend your own free time? Look what we've done, we've made her sweat. Wow, Makina has no allegiance. She's heartless. Look at how fucking mean she is. Look, you knew this about her when you first started with her. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the fuck are we talking about? I mean, sure, do whatever you want, dude. Don't ask me! So, how do you spend your weekends, Amane? You brought this up! I don't know what you expected. Since you go around calling other people dull human beings, I'm sure you have some really interesting hobbies yourself, right? So spit it out.
習慣大人の隠れ家とかに特集されそうなマキナ後で覚えてなさいよ
You would never. Look at her. Look at this face. You can't hate this face. She's adorable.
私の趣味は
Jerking off in her room like a normal teenager. I know.
掃除と洗濯と料理
Cleaning, laundry, and cooking. Wow, really diversifying your portfolio here. I drop my hands abruptly onto Amane's shoulders. I'm afraid you've made a serious mistake here, my friend. Oh, you think she's your friend? That's cute. Please, allow me to explain in detail.
ごめん、分かってるからやめて
No, no. I have to do this now. The things you just listed are not what we'd call hobbies.
ダメお願い言わないで
Look, I've got to go in for the kill now. Firmly maintaining my grip on Amane, she squirms around violently. I stare into her eyes, plaster on a fake smile, and deliver a blow of truth. Those are chores.
いやー分かってたけど改めて言われるとすごく惨めだ
She's so sad. Mane at last escapes from my grasp, collapsing to her knees. She hangs her head in shame. Magana trots over to Amane's side and gives her back a few commiserating thumps.
まあなんだそのうちチミにも生きがいってもんが見つかるかもしれんから
Makina is so encouraging. It's adorable. Even though she's got the smuggest look in the entire universe on her face. It's totally fine.
やっぱりちょっと
Literally nobody is going to stop you. Like, do it. Just chop her face off. Well, you're the one raising the girl. Discipline her as you see fit. Anyway, with this level of instruction, it doesn't seem likely I'm going to find myself a hobby worth being proud of anytime soon.
昼間から何をギャーギャー
Wow,
騒いでるの
does she always wear thigh-high
ちょっと
socks?
起きちゃったじゃない
Not that I care about that, just damn, you know? Just damn. Misha arrives on the scene. She's obviously been awake for several hours already. Probably thought her noise was a good excuse to be nebby. I don't know what that means. By the way, oh, thank you. Nebby would be Kansai slang for someone with a desperate need to stick their nose into other people's conversations. I've been picking up a bit of this stuff from Amane lately.
ユージの無趣味ぶりをみんなで弾劾してたのよ
At least I don't have chore hobbies or whatever. Yeah, I didn't have anything particularly worthwhile to occupy my leisure time, which they decided to pester me about.
確かにあんたは趣味とかなさそうよねずっと部屋で親指だけの腕立て伏せとか
Okay,
してそうな
I don't know if that was supposed to be a burn, but that sounds pretty cool. I understand what she means, but at that point, wouldn't it technically be a finger stand rather than an arm stand? Really? That's the point you're gonna fixate on? That's fine. That's okay.
チルチルの趣味はオナニーだもんね
See? That's what I've been saying! Finally, someone normal shows up.
おま何よ
You don't have to deny it. It's okay. It's a part of growing up. We all know where you're coming from.
チルチルが毎日することで習慣になりそうな
Okay, Makina, that's a lot creepy, actually. But you know what? Whatever. Jesus Christ, Mitru. Let's tone it down like a notch or 12.
毎日はしてないわよ猿みたいな扱いをしないでくれる
You're all teenagers, so, like, politely disagree.
毎日じゃないにしてもしてるのは間違いないのよね
Okay, Amane, let's tone it down. Let's not shame her for this. It's a part of growing up. It's fine.
それは
Okay, Mitru, that was the worst denial I've ever heard.
話じゃないでしょ
It's... Hi, I'm here. It's too late. This is happening.
私は堂々と言えるわよ昨日だって
Oh, Amane, okay. Look at that. You've crossed the line out of my comfort zone.
うっとりした口調で明らかに誘うイメージでそんなことを言うな
Look,
ユージもなんとか言った
Mitru,
らどうなのよ
you assume full responsibility for what happens next. This is not my fault. Sorry, but what exactly am I supposed to say here?
そんなオナニーとか言わないようにしなさいとかそういうこと
It's actually pretty weird that this game went exactly where I was joking that it would go.
チルチルは週に何回すんの指道
She's more of a bionicle girl based on what I know about
具
her, you
ユージ
know?
をおかずにしてやったことある父と
It's
か
probably
思い出
about
せる
killing him or aliens or something. I don't know. Anyways, this
皆さん
conversation's
集まっ
weird.
てミチル様のオナニーの話ですか
Wow, Sachi, you always come in at exactly the right time. God bless you.
もうここの建物ごと爆破してやりたい
I mean, that seems like a reasonable
ミチル様
response.
爆破にはそれ相応の知識と資材が必要になってくるので
Look, Sachi, okay. Nobody asked for your analysis. We just need you to make it happen. Make this dream a
分かって
reality.
るわよそんなこと例え話を本気にしないでよ
Look, Michiru, we all indulge your little thing. Indulge hers. Wow, Sachi's brutal, dude. She seems so sweet, but she's heartless. She takes this girl down on the daily. Try to keep it down, will ya? Well, since I've come here, I guess my leisure time has been increasingly filled with this sort of boisterous, trivial chat. Even in that alone, I think I've gained something from entering this school. By the way, where's Sakaki? Considering the topic of our conversation, I don't think she'd be sticking around for long even if she did drop by, but I haven't seen our box cutter girl even once today. This happens literally all the time. I don't know why everyone's always so surprised. At a glance, her normal reserve seat next to the pillar at the edge of the lobby doesn't seem to have been disturbed recently. Well, that's weird, isn't it? Oh my god, she's gonna murder someone. That's her body bag, and she's gonna hide it in the woods. I don't know. You get up at 5 a.m.? You goddamn monster! Who do you think you are? Yeah, that's early anyway you look at it. Yes, we all know. It's one thing if you're a compulsive morning runner like me. Most people aren't gonna wake up at that hour on a Saturday. Grade schoolers with their radio exercises. Or old men doing Tai Chi for their blood pressure, maybe? A body. It's a body. Or drugs. Maybe she's a drug dealer. Why would... That doesn't make... Why would she carry all of them? She can only use one at a time. Maybe two. 3 tops. Yes, we're all very weird. I'm glad we've all been brought up to speed. We did, now that you mention it. Mani's words bring to mind the previous Sakaki incident, set off after a round of scary stories in the lobby. That affair shed light on one aspect of Sakaki's true nature, but not a particularly large or revealing one. I haven't gained any further insight since. Sakaki's private life is as mysterious as always. As soon as we get back from school, she tends to lock herself up in her room. On the rare occasion she does poke her head outside, she actively evades all real attempts at conversation. Now there's a question. How about Sakaki? What does she do with her free time? Not that caught up on actually finding an answer to this question, but I can't deny the contrast between the shameless openness of this bunch and Sakaki's cloak of secrecy leaves me slightly interested. Makina, you're so smart. Look, it's the answer to everything, Amane. Okay, Makina, wow. You never know what this girl's gonna say, you know? I mean, where do we even start? Honestly, I don't know. Makina, you're way too happy about all this. I mean, that's a good place to start. Maybe like a burqa or something, yeah? That's a good point, Mitru. She reads, and reading is a hobby. Actually, Yuji reads. Why doesn't that count? What does that mean? Is she reading or nah? Okay, so maybe she's like a bad reader, or a slow reader, or maybe even dyslexic, and we're being very mean. You're observant, Sachi. Bizarrely so. Wow, that's not creepy at all. Wait, is she talking about the time we investigated Sakaki? I thought our mission wrapped up after we succeeded in startling the girl, exposing her scaredy cat nature, and generally making life miserable for her. But apparently Sachi was still on observation duty. Yeah, so I can tell. I'm sure they are, so try not to waste them on stupid crap, alright? At any rate, it seems the bookworm theory is fairly dubious. Maybe she kills people. Okay, look, we know 2 things about her. It feels reasonable to start with those. Maybe she likes sitting. You don't know. Let's not rule it out. When you describe her that concisely, Sakaki really does seem quite the fearsome character, doesn't she? That's a good point, Amane. Thank you for bringing us back down to earth. I think we were talking about leisure time and hobbies here, but somehow the topic of discussion seems to have shifted to Sakaki's sex life. How did that happen exactly? Did we ever shift away from it? Thank you. See, Amane's wise. Thank you, Sachi. Tell us how many times she jerks on in the given week, you know? Okay, Sachi, that's really not necessary. Honestly, truly, 100% not necessary. Wow. She's good. Last thing we need is this nonsense leading to something troublesome making things awkward in the dorm. Sakaki wants to talk, she'll do it in her own time. It's not like I have any pressing need to know more about her, so I'm not gonna pry when she wants to be left alone.
洗濯物洗ったまま干すの忘れてた。
Oh man, your
じゃあ
hobby.
私
Yeah,
戻
no
るね。
dude. Don't let us keep you. And there she goes. Mani patters off towards her room. Sachi and Makina rise off the couch and follow suit. Okay, bye. But before I can get up myself, Michiru sidles up with an inquiring look on her face. But before we find out what Michiru wants, I'm going to draw this episode to a close. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate if you like that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and be sure to tune next week for more Fruit of Grisaia with yours truly. I'll see you guys then.